Right behind me, I've got the all-new, fully redesigned 2026 Tesla Model Y. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the things that I love about this, and I'm also going to touch on a few things that I don't like about it. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason, and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada. So reviews just like this, and I also cover my Tesla ownership experience, and I also showcase the new Model Y. So if you guys love Tesla content or just car reviews in general, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's jump right into the video. So I'm going to be touching on this obviously brand new Model Y, and this particular one is the launch edition, and currently on the Tesla website you can get the non-launch edition, so those are out now. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be covering some of the things that I love about the new Model Y, and there's actually some few things that I dislike about this vehicle, but mainly now being a Tesla owner myself, and I'm going to be honest, at first when I saw some of like the spy photos on this, I was not a fan of the new Model Y. But now seeing this in person and just kind of getting to drive it and see how it is and what they've done differently compared to the previous gen, I really like this. So I'm going to start off on the exterior and then work my way inside, talking about the things that I like and some of the things that I don't like. Let's start off in the front here. The obvious one being is this beautiful light bar that you now have on the new Model Y. And you see a lot of the light bars coming into newer vehicles from other manufacturers as well. And honestly, I think the light bar just looks way better. And another thing that I love on the new Model Y, and I hope the Model 3s do get it as well, is a front-facing camera now. So parking and getting to tight spots, there's no more guesswork of how far your car is and relying on the vision system. You have a front camera now, so that's really nice. And other than that, that's about it on the front here. Now you will notice on the new Model Ys here, you do not have the front Tesla badging anymore, so it's a nice clean look. Now let me pop the frunk, because the next thing that I like about this is inside there. All right, so popping this up here. Now inside you do have a drain plug down here, so if you are going to be taking this, let's say on a road trip or to the beach, you can fill this up with ice, have your cool drinks in here, and then later just drain it. So that's a nice thing that they've added to this. Now the next thing in this area is very small, but they've moved the windshield fluid area down here. It used to be all the way up there. Now yes, you could go from the side here, but I think having it right up front is so much easier to fill this thing up. All right, now coming to the side of the Model Y here, it's exactly like how the previous gen was, with the shape and everything. Now something that they did change is on the mirror caps here. This is something very small and adds to the look of the vehicle, because you do have this little indent here for aerodynamic and helping preserve your range and all of that good stuff. But yeah, rather than having that plain, you do have it like that. Now something that I'm actually not a fan of are these new wheels. These are the upgraded wheels on this, and it just reminds me of the older Model 3s, like when they used to have these type of wheels. I wish that Tesla gave an option either to get them in this color or just fully blacked out. I think these blacked out would be so much better. I mean, the design on these wheels, it's not all that bad, but just having it in this color, I don't know, it just doesn't feel complete in my eyes. But let me know in the comments down below, if you are planning on getting the new Model Y with these new wheels, are you gonna black them out? And another thing that I kind of don't like on the exterior is the plastic piecing that you have all around your wheel right here. I wish at least this was body color, and you can keep this plastic, and then same thing for this one. But having this body color, I think it would have just changed the whole look of the car, because let's say you get this in like a red or something lighter color, like a white especially, this sticks out like a sore thumb in my opinion. Body color in this would be so nice. All right, coming to the rear now. Obviously there's a lot going on and a lot of things to love back here, and I'll start off with the most obvious, is this beautiful light bar. I just love what they did with this. And again, like I was mentioning in the beginning, how photos and everything were coming out of the vehicle when it wasn't officially announced, it did not look all that great with this light bar. But man, seeing this in person and just seeing how amazing this looks, like look at that. And obviously you have this nice material that you have on the center console, and then it says Tesla right there. And something cool on this is even these lights right here definitely remind me of the Model 3 Highland. So you kind of get a mixture of the new Model Y and the Model 3 all mixed in here. Now another thing that I like what they did with this is you'll notice the license plate is down here rather than the traditional place up here, and that's because they've done quite a few changes to this. Each piece that you see here can be individually replaced if it is damaged, so that's a really good thing. So your top here can be replaced, the middle section here, and of course the plastic piecing down here. And if you look at it from the side, it actually sticks out quite a bit for the plastic area. And that's because, let's just say you back into something or someone rear ends you, the first thing that's going to get damaged is the plastic, which no one really cares about. It's easily replaceable, rather than having like your tailgate or the body panel somewhere being damaged. So that's a nice thing that they've done with the new Ys. And to kind of continue on the lights here, they've done the same thing down here, which is on the Model 3s, is your reverse lights are actually down here. Now, when you do open up the tailgate here, you'll notice there's also lights inside. So let's say you're on the side of the road and you need to open up your trunk. You have your four ways on, these will be your lights for that. At least people can see you. I like what they did there. Here you have your privacy cover. And obviously the new thing on these, which I also like, are the power rear seats. So here you can fold it down, and then obviously same thing for the other side. According to Tesla, whichever vehicle has this in the segment, these are the quickest folding down and up. And then obviously you can just bring these seats back up. So very, very nice feature that they added to this. And obviously it's convenient as well. And then you just have your traditional space back here on both of the corners, and obviously the sub trunk back here with quite a bit of space. And you can also lift this one up. You have space in there as well. So a ton of room in this, in the Model Y. I think this is probably going to be another great seller for Tesla, obviously, since the older version was. So I'm curious to see what the numbers are on this and if it can actually make it to the best-selling vehicle list. All right, so that's enough of the exterior and kind of the things that I love and hate. Now let's go inside and let me show you all of the cool things that they have added. The interior is completely revamped. And as you can see, you have your ambient lighting now. Something that I actually like on this, they made the ambient lighting up to here rather than stretch all the way. This actually kind of looks a little bit better in my opinion. Plus you have this trimming right here, which you notice on the dashboard trim on the Model 3. So everything all in all feels very, very premium and way better than before, obviously. And another thing that they've added, and I like finally, is you have your emergency latch down there, and it actually has a symbol now. So there's no guesswork on where that is. And as for the seats, these are like the Model 3 seats, of course. You've got the perforated middle sections. The rear side seats are heated. And then to fold the seats down, you can even do it from this button. And you have it on the other side for the other seat, of course. And behind the seats, you do get some storage now with these little pockets. And yeah, small little things like that do add up. And you see the screen right there, which also comes from the Model 3. To me, this car is like 80% of the Model 3 and then 20% of its own personality with its unique looks and features that it has. All right, let's head to the front here. And up here now, not only with the ambient lighting and this trim that I've shown you, but you have this nice hidden speaker right here. I like that they did this rather than just having the speaker here or like a circle one that you have in the rear door trim area. This fits in so much nicer and it just feels more premium, especially with this plate cover that they have on this. Super, super nice. And another cool thing that they've added in the front here, just like the rear, is a symbol right here for your emergency latch. So before it was just plain and people would just keep pulling on this, but now you kind of know that there is an emergency latch right here. Another thing that I noticed, now I don't know if this is just a launch edition thing or if the other ones will have it as well. When you close the driver's side door, there is a rattle on the glass. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I feel like it kind of bounces. I'm not sure how to explain it, but if you guys do have the new Model Y, let me know if when you close the driver door, does this kind of have like a sound, like the window? Because I mean, it is, I don't know, it feels a little loose. So I don't know if it's just the Model Y thing or if this can be fixed, but let me kind of try showing you what I'm talking about. So I'm not sure if you picked it up there, but it does have some sort of a rattle, which is kind of annoying. Now, as for the front seats, again, just like the Model 3, you have the perforated middle sections. These are the new seats, of course, and these are heated and ventilated, which I like. Also, now, this is something that I actually don't like about this, is that you have a physical turn signal stalk. I'm so used to driving my Model 3 with the stalkless design, everything being on here. Now when I get into this, or even like for a test drive or something like that, I keep pressing the high beams and the windshield wiper button. So I don't know how I feel about this. I do wish that there was some sort of like stalkless design, and then if you wanted to get this after, you could, but it already comes with the vehicle. So I guess people that were waiting for this or complaining about this should be happy. Okay, so another thing that I like about this is it's actually through the climate section. This is something very, very small, But on this, you do have this new feature right here, which is called the swing mode. So as you can see on the screen, it kind of goes back and forth like that. So you don't have to keep adjusting it if it's on your face or whatever it is in the wrong spot. This is so much better. And not only do you have it for the driver's side, but also for the passenger side. I think that's a cool little feature that they've included in this. And another thing within the software here, if you go under dynamics, you actually have de-acceleration now. And this is for how quickly your car slows down once you let your foot off the accelerator. So pretty much your regen braking. And you get two options, either reduced or you have the standard. So I like that they give that option to kind of play around with. And maybe we'll see this in other models as well, like the new Model 3. And maybe it'll be included with some sort of a software update, and same thing for the climate thing. So that'd be kind of cool to see it in those vehicles. All right, well, that does it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the things that I like about the vehicle and some things that I actually don't like about it. If you are planning on getting the new Model Y, or you actually have it already, especially in the States, let me know in the comments down below. What do you love about the vehicle so far, and what do you hate about the vehicle?